The number one benefit, obviously, is it saves time when you use anything digital. It's easier to audit from a compliance perspective, and it does sort of save money in the long run. When you invest, it does save money in the long run, and it really does save time. Obviously, we used paper for a long time, and then we moved to a system. That system wasn't very good for us, and we realised after a certain amount of time, it's about what you want from the system, and you really have to think about what you want as a manager, as a carer, you know, how we communicate that. So it is really about choosing the right system, and it has to be simple and easy to use. We had a system that was, you know, it was brilliant. It did loads of things. If you were very tech minded, it was an absolute asset, but the staff couldn't get on with it. So it is about tailoring it to your needs and to your residents and to your staff. So we use the Atlas EMR system. We used a previous medication system prior to that. We also use person-centered software as our care planning system. And again, we used a different system before that. We also have an electronic time and attendance system that we use for clocking in and out of staff. And general things in some of our buildings. With the person-centered software, we've certainly used more of the relatives gateway, absolutely. So, you know, we sort of emailed out to all the relatives, we sent letters out, we got everybody on board with it so that if they couldn't get through on the phone, or, you know, if it was a particularly busy time, then they could just go in and read notes. You know, we could post messages and pictures from their loved ones as well. There's also a video aspect to that for video calling too. So, you know, if you've only got a tablet to share between all of your residents, then actually you can use the devices themselves, which was really positive to keep people in touch. And it's nice for them to read, you know, how their relatives' day's been and what they've been up to and what activities they've done, and sharing, you know, silly pictures of the fact that we were all splashing paint over each other because it was funny, you know, and when you've got a bit of a low mood going on, silly things like that, and balloons, and yeah, so it was really good to be able to share that, and it got more relatives on board in reading care plans, you know, reading notes. So it was like working together better, definitely. Our previous systems that we were using, we found we needed a lot of training for staff, and it was a very difficult time and quite stressful for people. Nowadays, obviously with our new system, a lot of people use smartphones and they're very aware of how to use apps and icons. So with the systems that we use now, they're really simple. So it is literally click and go. Which is brilliant. So with that in mind, really it is just the training that the companies actually provide you is really good. And you've always got sort of online support as well. And there's videos that you can look at quickly if you've forgotten something. So we've not had to invest in a lot of additional training with our teams.